All right, it's time for video 3 in our 4-video mini-series. It's all about cruise ship casino comps. We started with beginner, we went to intermediate, now it's time for advanced.
Advanced. Also, every time you say mini-series, I want to make like a Dynasty or a Dallas joke, but I know nobody will get it. So.
Right? Hey, old people, she's going to tell a joke now.
It's an old people joke.
Yeah, hello, we're both old. Stupid. Okay. Hey, what's up? I'm Chris. Thank you so much for watching today and joining the video. We have been doing this mini-series, which is really great, walking people through casino cruise ship comps.
Yes.
Anything from like the very first questions, you haven't cruised before, we've worked our way into kind of you're doing it a little bit, and now you're like, you've got some under your belt. You've booked a few. You're in it to win it.
We did not plan that.
We always do that.
Yeah.
It's actually scary.
It's really terrifying.
Yeah, so we're going to handle some of the more advanced questions today. And the first one is, how do I keep getting offers?
I think this is like the $64,000 question, right? That's also another reference for old people.
Yes.
Shout out to my old people.
Shout out old people.
So the answer is nobody knows. But a lot of people claim that they know. Like a lot of people are really confident that they know.
Gosh.
And a lot of people are very wrong. So I'm going to preface everything I say by this is all educated guesstimation based on a lot of experience, right? There's some really interesting research on how casinos use tracking systems like what they do with the Club Royale system to very accurately estimate how much somebody is going to lose in a casino. And actually, you might not have known this, my dissertation research was about casinos. So I really am like a doctor of casino gambling.
That's amazing.
It's a true story. But we know a few things, right? As I mentioned in a previous video, a casino comp is basically a bet that the casino makes that you're going to lose more money in the casino than the thing they are giving you, the comp cruise, is worth to them or costs them.
Business.
Right? It's business. It's business.
Business.
So there's a lot of people who think they have an idea about what to do to keep getting comps. But basically you want to keep showing the cruise line that they should keep betting on you, right? That you are consistent about how much, and maybe even that you are increasing the amount. Yeah. I noticed that like with my personal gambling, I've been gambling a little bit more in the last year, and I'm getting much better comps than I used to because they're like, oh, hey, like she's going off the rails.
We got her.
We got her. Let's go.
Yeah.
Get her on a cruise ship and put her in my casino. So, but I think that you've done some really good videos about ADT where you really break down that concept, and I think that's just basically the structure of what you want to think about.
Right. Yeah, and I would even say like where she's saying she's been gambling a little bit more, and that's being reflected in better offers. So just so you know, the last number on your offer, the higher the number, the lower the number.
So the lower the number, the better the offer.
So ones are the very best you can get, and I think it goes all the way down to 9.
Usually
right?
to 9.
And 9s are generally speaking maybe just like a discount.
And those are the marketing offers, right? The instant reward certificates, same concept, but they have some like high level, like VIP ones that are outside of the usual realm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the offers again are basically rating you based on what your ADT is, and then they say, okay, based on the fact that we expect you to lose X amount, we're going to let you go on these ships.
Right.
Complimentary.
Right. So you were saying that you've been gambling more, so that you're getting better. You're getting progressively better offers. I have been remaining quite consistent in my gambling, and my offers are very consistent.
Right.
Even through this busy period, I think I might have 9 offers in my queue right now, and all of them have at least a couple or a few comps for 2.
Yep.
And some of them have even more, and I've got some ocean views in there and stuff like that as well. So when I've had some better sessions, I'm probably getting some of those 05s, but I usually live in like the 06, 07 world, which just suits me just fine. And as she said very validly, and I say this a lot on my channel as well, a lot of what I say is just this is what I've seen through my time. And as I've gambled more, been on 35 comp cruises, I learn a little bit more. So they're educated guesses.
Right.
But the one thing we do know for sure is these cruise lines, land-based casinos, they use average daily theoretical. That is well known. Average daily theoretical, I've got videos on my channel all about it. It's basically your bet level, the house advantage, how much they expect to take from every bet on average, and then your time spent played in the casino, which is very, very important, I find. I think it's the most important. Yeah. So, check out those other videos on my channel if you want to learn a little bit more about ADT and how that works.
Getting in the nerdy stuff.
Yes! I love ADT. It's my best friend. So, I've got a comp. How can I upgrade it?
Yeah, so as I mentioned when we started talking about comps as a kind of conceptual level, right? It means that the casino marketing department is willing to pay a certain amount of cruise fare for you to go on the ship. So let's say it's an interior comp and the cruise fare is for 2 people is $1,200. So that's what they're willing to pay towards your cruise. Well, let's say you don't want an interior, you want a balcony. So whatever amount that balcony costs, you have to pay the rest. So let's say that balcony costs $1,600 for 2 people. You pay the difference, $400, plus you pay the taxes and fees. Again, remember, cruise fare, taxes and fees are different. Cruise fare can be paid in full or part by the casino, but you are always going to pay all your taxes and fees. So comps are really, upgrades for comps are really kind of, they're very interesting to me because they're very much driven by 2 things. One is how full the sailing is, because those prices change algorithmically as the sailing fills. But they're also based on what type of ship. So for instance, right now we're on Jewel of the Seas, Radiance class ship, love it, and older ship, mostly interiors and ocean views. Very few balconies and suites, right? So the price difference between an ocean view and a balcony is much higher because there's so many fewer balconies and so many more ocean views. But the price difference between an interior and an ocean view, very small. So if you get an interior on a Radiance class ship, it's usually pretty easy to upgrade that to an ocean view. On the Oasis class, you guys have seen the Oasis class, they have a ton of balconies outside and inside the ship. So oftentimes an Oasis class, that price difference between sometimes actually an ocean view, because there's so few ocean views on Oasis class, sometimes that ocean view is actually more expensive than a balcony.
Like an interior balcony.
Like an interior balcony. Sometimes I've even seen them more expensive than an exterior balcony, especially if you don't mind a guarantee. So that's an example of where your upgrade might be very cheap or even free. And so I think that's one of the things that I always look for is trying when I get a booking request and when I go through the process of setting up that comp is because I know these classes of ships are different, I look to see what might be possible upgrade situations.
Yeah, and that really illustrates, and if you understand that basically the casino is offering you a dollar amount. They're not saying, we liked your play, we think you're an interior person.
Exactly.
That's not what they're doing. They're saying, we think that the play you've done so far predicts that we can offer you $1,000 worth of comp. And that you will outlose that on that sailing. So that could be an interior on some ships. It might be an ocean view on others. And then if the sailing doesn't sell as well as they expect, the algorithm will drive the prices down, and they could be repriced, and you could actually get yourself into an upgrade for a little money, or even sometimes no money.
Even sometimes no money. They're basically looking at like what the cost is to them, of having you come and take this interior that maybe somebody else would have taken.
Yeah. So I guess the last question, the last advanced question is, can I add people to my comps for 2?
Yeah. So you, again, in this situation, the casino is saying, we're willing to pay X amount of dollars to get you on this cruise ship. And again, that's the cruise fare. In a case of a comp for 2, that's the cruise fare for 2 people. You can basically take that amount and apply it to a room for 3 or 4 people. One thing I have noticed, it's becoming a lot more expensive to do this lately. And I think it's because Royal Caribbean is a family oriented cruise line. And so their pricing has reflected that. So pricing for cabins for 3 or 4 people is much higher. Because they know people are bringing along their kids, and that's an opportunity for them. That's a place where they can make money. So one thing I talked about in the previous video was about how if both you and your partner, your spouse, what have you, gamble, you might want to consider getting separate offers so that you can do 2 cabins. Sometimes even when I was working with one couple who each of them had ocean view guarantees for one. Right. It actually wound up being cheaper for them to book separate rooms than for them to combine to an ocean view for 2 and then upgrade to a room for 4.
Oh, okay.
And kind of being able to see that level of details is easy for me because of the site that I use to book with, and so I can make recommendations based on that. But it's so funny because Royal Caribbean uses a lot of these marketing slogans like "kids sail free," so people think, oh well, I have a comp for 2 and I have 2 kids, so my kids can sail free. Right. But unfortunately, it is not that simple. That is not how it works. And so having a travel agent who has access to that system can kind of help you navigate it a little bit more and see what's going to work best for you.
Awesome. Love that. That's great. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
So there you go. Those are some of the advanced questions that we wanted to share the answers with you today. The last video in this series is the strategy. Big picture. So a little bit more high level, like kind of how to get the most out of the program as a gambler. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do that one next. So hopefully you'll join us. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you have the notification bell on, and you will know when that video comes out. And of course, you can visit Jessalynn's website, letsbookyourcruise.com. It's got a ton of like crazy great resources there. Yeah, you can learn a lot, and you can access those the instant certificates.
Yep, I have links to those instant certificates that you earn on board, things like that. Lots of information there.
Yes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.